this is Kay from Navi Consulting. Today, we'll be discussing about elementary education and how to prepare new school year 2021. Teachers, parents, students alike were facing one of the toughest, if not the toughest year ever. Due to the school closing ordered to prevent COVID-19, majority of classes were converted into virtual classrooms. Under such circumstances, learning became more difficult for students, teaching more difficult for teachers. With the constant unexpected changes interfering, students are missing essential skills that they should have mastered while closing the spring 2020 term. As a result, most of the parents and students were too exhausted to cover the missed work over the summer, consequently bringing more trouble in school year 2021. Starting with the fall 2020 term, many schools are looking to combine offline and virtual classrooms. However, students are just getting used to virtual classroom system, which might become a setback for school administrators when they attempt to apply their new system. Meaning, it would not be an exaggeration to say that we're not ready for fall. Then, how can we prepare for this never-before-seen situation now so that the fall term will not become a disaster? Generally, we can set up the following goals. First of all, reflect on the past and identify the weaknesses. Secondly, analyze current level. Anyone can come up with the goals, but finding the right solution is what's important. Here are a few solutions that may help following through your goals. We'll focusing on rising second and third graders as example, but feel free to apply these in creating a solution for older levels, grade levels as well. So here are the practical evaluation that you can try for your own child as follows. Managing reading level at an early age is very essential, as a child's progress over the few years greatly influence on how children view themselves as a reader. Rising second graders should be able to read the basic level, comprehend its contents, predict outcomes, identify main idea and supporting ideas, and decode words using cues from phonics and context. Rising third graders must be able to analyze fiction, vice versa nonfiction, do storytelling, and be familiar with science topics. At Navi Consulting, we identify where each student is at according to the Department of Education's reading level standards, which is based on Common Core's ideal reading level. For these purposes, we recommend award or medal winning books such as A Single Shot by Linda Sue Park, New Kid by Jerry Craft, or Hello Lighthouse by Sophie Blackwell. Knowledge obtained through book reading become building blocks for developing test skills as the students start taking statewide test exam at third grade. What about the evaluations on more serious academic test-taking skills? Let's find those for two major subjects.
Hi everyone, my name is Fiona from Navi Consulting, where we proctor and grade mock exams that are aligned to the Common Core grading rubric. Using detailed and specific contents, we aim to provide exams that are as close to the actual exam as possible. The most important part of taking mock exams would be to practice a plentiful amount of open-ended questions, which is the weakness of most students. We recommend using the Finish Line workbook from the Continental Press. The variety and quality of its content are top-notch. Finish Line offers Common Core aligned workbooks, as well as workbooks aligned for state-specific test prep. Each lesson is structured with an introduction, focused instruction, guided practice, and independent practice. The instruction briefly covers the key ideas and quick warm-up activities. The focused instruction here includes detailed instructions on the topic and lets students practice using clues and sample answers. The guided practice is the next step where the questions are slightly more difficult, but students are still given clues and questions to think about. Lastly, the independent practice allows students to practice fully on their own. This structure makes it relatively easy for students to follow through. even as self-guided when necessary. Next, we are going to talk about the math level test. The key concepts we make sure to identify for each student are understanding math contents, computation, and solving word problems. A sample mock test, again, would be the most efficient method of identification. Students should be assigned a certain amount of computation and word problems regularly, which they may grade themselves. In doing so, discovering exactly each student's weakness becomes apparent. Uggo Brothers is a great resource for this. Like Finish Line, their workbooks are commonly core-aligned, which really differentiates the book is for their daily practice workbook. This workbook is designed to provide short daily practice for students. It offers 20 weeks worth of daily questions to answer, 5 days per week. A day's worth is just one long page with 6 questions to answer. This workbook is offered in Part 1 and Part 2, where Part 1 covers multiple choice questions and Part 2 covers short response. In addition, each workbook includes online explanations for each question in case students need additional help. This workbook is recommended as an add-on for any academic plans made.
There are still few weeks left before school begins. It is impossible to have children complete mock test and complete whole textbook of the work to catch up at this point. Instead, how about making plan for next school year together with your child? One of the strategic planning is to use SWOT analysis chart. This is actually a tool for the marketing field, but can be applied wonderfully for academics. SWOT is the acronym of strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats. This is chart used to analyze internal, external elements for successful output. Use this chart to evaluate current academic status, listing all details for each category, including academic aspects and routine study habit aspect. Think about what needs to be improved, what habit needs to be empathized in order to reach the goal set. Some may have noticed the top 2 categories are internal factors, while the bottom 2 are external. Listing external factors will allow you to work around or toward them, building a more practical and strategic action plan. Keep note that you don't need to be too stressed from the threats as they are out of control. What's important is to identify the potential harms and prepare accordingly. Test scores are very important, right? There's no need to get consumed by them though. Their journey to success is not over yet. As a parent, as an adult, in general, we have to admit that we are still in the middle of learning process. Don't just force them to reach the point of burnout, but give a chance to plan and start early, step by step, and help them avoid any overloaded burden later. Just try to keep an eye on additional needs of your child and be open, available for them to come to you whenever help is needed. The plan is to find fun yet strategically planned learning method for each individual, then let them flourish from it. Remember, spend more time in analyzing and planning before taking action. Actually, that's all about us, Navy Consulting. You still don't know how to start after all this video? Believe in me, you're not the only one. You can always get a help, find the way together with us with simple phone call. Academic planning and guidance begins far before high school. We wish all the best luck for new school year 2021. Go Navy!